Now, the arrest of West Bengal Minister Partha Chatterjee in connection to the SSC recruitment scam has raised a storm in Bengal. While BJP has alleged that Partha's arrest and that of his aide Arpita, she in fact had the patronage of Mamta herself. Both of them, apparently, is what the BJP is charging. The TMC has claimed that it is yet another attempt by the centre to malign the Bengal government's image using central agencies. Here's more on that.
Massive setback for Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee. Her minister Partha Chatterjee has been arrested in teacher recruitment scam by the ED. His arrest came hours after a marathon interrogation for over 23 hours that began on Friday morning. During the raids, ED recovered 21 crore rupees in cash, foreign currency worth 54 lakh rupees, gold worth 79 lakh rupees and 20 mobile phones from Partha's close aide Arpita Mukherjee's home. Arpita has also been arrested by the agency after the huge recoveries from her premises. In a video exclusively accessed by India Today, an envelope addressed to the Higher Education Minister is seen in the stash. Partha was the Education Minister when the alleged illegal appointments were made. Rubbing salt into the wounds, BJP leaders mocked Mamta Banerjee, saying, "Picture abhi baki hai."
यही पार्था बाबू ने 5 वाइस चांसलर को लेकर धरना दिया था। बहुत सारा घटना लोगों ने देखा है और सब ये घटना का उद्देश्य एक ही है कि सीबीआई से बचने के लिए, ये जो छापामारी इसको रोकने के लिए। आज स्थिति ये हुई कि लोग परेशान हैं, राजनीति को जो और बंगाल को जो कलुषित किया है उनको इसका सजा मिलना चाहिए।
Union ministers dared Mamta Banerjee to face real questions by ED and not cry foul.
और ये इस बात का प्रमाण है कि बंगाल में किस तरीके से जनता के पैसे को भ्रष्टाचार की बलि चढ़ाई जा रही है, ये स्वयं जनता पूर्ण रूप से जानेगी, इसका मुझे पूरा विश्वास।
The time for dharna and the time for drama is over. The time to answer real questions is here. Where did that money come from? And who was responsible for that money being diverted in that fashion?
TMC, however, has distanced itself from Partha's aid and described the raids as a ploy by centre to harass its political opponents. Bengal Assembly Speaker alleged he has not received any information about Partha's arrest. He termed it as constitutional failure by the central agency.
ইনভেস্টিগেশন চলছে, এই ব্যাপারে আমি এখন কোনো মন্তব্য করব না। এই ব্যাপারে আমার কোনো ভূমিকা নেই। যা আছে দলীয় স্তরে যারা রয়েছেন তারা তাদের বক্তব্য রাখবেন। আমাদের বিধানসভার পরিষদীয় মন্ত্রী উনি ছিলেন, এখনও পরিষদীয় মন্ত্রী রয়েছেন। সেই দিক থেকে নিশ্চয়ই পরিষদীয় মন্ত্রীর অনুপস্থিতিতে যারা পরবর্তী ক্ষেত্রে দায়িত্বে রয়েছেন তারা কাজ করবেন। বিধানসভা তো অচল হয়ে যাবে না।
Mamta, known for her fiery attacks on central agencies, had accused the Narendra Modi government of targeting political rivals on Friday.
ওদের মেরুদণ্ড বেঁকা, ওদের মেরুদণ্ডে একদিকে ইডি, একদিকে সিবিআই, অন্যদিকে ইনকাম ট্যাক্স, অন্যদিকে জিএসটি। আমাদের মেরুদণ্ড সোজা, আমরা মাথা উঁচু করে চলি।
With Didi's strongman now in the ED net, what will her next move be? Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining me this evening are Ms. Priyanka Tibrewal, who is a spokesperson of the BJP in Bengal, also Tausif Khan, who is a political analyst. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Ms. Tibrewal, I'll come to you first straight up because that press conference just happened and the TMC, of course, responded to the allegations against their minister Partha Chatterjee, and what they said was if Partha Chatterjee 2 months ago had joined the BJP and had gone through the washing machine, as they call it, then clearly the Enforcement Directorate wouldn't have been at his doorstep last evening.
Any God-fearing and law-abiding citizen which will not give such baseless and senseless arguments, although I will tell you that out of the 5 people who were there in the press conference, 2 of them are jail written. One is Bobby Hakim, the other is Kunal Ghosh. They are out on bail and the matter is still going on. So see, it won't be a shock that once Partha, now he is going to the hospital, once he is back, he will come out on a bail and then again he will continue as a minister, because this is the kind of ministers we have in TMC. See, corruptions are at its peak And now it doesn't matter you target or say that, or you attack the ED or the other agencies, the fact remains the same, that this investigation has been carried out on the order of the Honorable High Court. And they say, they just said during the press conference that, they will go by whatever is there in the law and they respect the judiciary. So this entire investigation is being carried out in the SSC scam is on the order of the Honorable High Court, where jobs were given to those who did the highest bidding and not to those who deserved or who were seeking
What is
jobs.
Partho Chatterjee's link to this scam, to this alleged scam? What they're saying is that there's no relationship with or any sort of relation with Arpita Mukherjee, in whose house all of that cash was found.
Well, we have seen Partho Chatterjee a number of times with this lady, and not just that, in 2000.
Do photographs prove association, is their question. In that case, there could be many public functions, public programs where you could find, various dignitaries from any political party with different people.
It is matter of investigation.
Arpita has taken the name of Partho Chatterjee today. She has said that the money belongs to him. That is the reason he has been arrested. Now it is matter of investigation. Whatever comes out in the investigation, although we have also seen during the raid, envelopes of the ministry for which he was the minister were found in that mountain of money.
Okay, valid point. Tausif Khan, that is a valid point, because the cash stash, the mounds of currency which were found during the ED raids at Arpita Mukherjee's house also had like envelopes and papers which basically said for the Department of Higher Education, which was headed by Partho Chatterjee.
Now, whatever little I have heard and understood, because there's a network issue, I'll try and answer that.
Sure.
You see, into the alleged scam is from 2016. The allegation that the money recovered is in lieu of the alleged recruitment scam. So it means that the money was collected in 2016 and all that huge sum of cash was stashed in this woman's house named Arpita Mukherjee. And this woman had been keeping that money from last 6 years. Now, how absurd that sounds, point number one. Secondly, if money is recovered from Miss Arpita Mukherjee's house, then the only person who is answerable to explain what the money is doing in her house and where it came from is Arpita Mukherjee herself. Now, point number three, is Arpita Mukherjee a Trinamool functionary? Does she hold a Trinamool post, or is she in any way formally connected to any Trinamool leader? No, the answer is no, she is not connected. She happens to be present in a social event where the political leaders were present on the dais. She, being a part-time actress, is what I've given to understand, is reasonable that she could be present, in a public program, and especially puja ceremony. If we are to judge people's connection, a politician's connection with the big picture, then we cannot forget that not long ago, the Home Minister's photo with the murderer in Udaipur went viral. So going by that logic, NIA should have initiated a terrorism case against Home Minister, and Home Minister should have been in jail by now. So that logic of picture getting clicked together does not hold ground.
Okay, Mr. Tibrewal, do you want to respond to that? Because if photographs became evidence of association, then a lot of people would become associated with, who knows, soon to be murderers.
Partho Chatterjee has not denied that he doesn't know Arpita. He has very well accepted even today before the media and said that he knows Arpita very well. Now, whatever comes out, whether this money was of Partho Chatterjee's or not, and who else is involved, now everything will happen during the course of investigation. So there is no hurry regarding anything. ED is doing its work, and they will certainly take out more names who are involved, and we will get to see everything. Because you see, not everyone is as lucky as TMC friends like Arpita and the other security guard of Anubrata Mandal, having crores of property. Although the common people do not get to eat 2 times, but they have ample of properties just because they are friends with politicians of Trinamool Congress. So whatever is
one of the points which was made at the press conference earlier today was also that Shubhendu Adhikari, there have been allegations that have been made by Sudipto Sen in the Sharda case against Shubhendu Adhikari, but since the time he's joined the BJP, no investigating agency wants to take cognizance of those allegations and move forward against Mr. Adhikari.
See, it is again I will say, it is a matter of investigation. Whatever comes out during investigation, that is the reason. Otherwise, it is not that easy to arrest a sitting minister. So, of course, ED has proof against Partho Chatterjee. That is why he is arrested. If Trinamool has proof, then please give it to the ED. Allow them to investigate. And similarly, because it is not today when they're talking about Shubhendu Adhikari, there were 10 others. So it is a matter of investigation which is going on. And most of the ministers, I would say almost all the ministers of TMC who are also now ministers were part of NADA.
Okay. Tauseef,
so
would you like to come in on the fact that, you know, today of course the TMC did not make a big drama out of this. Possibly they have reasons to feel a little embarrassed about what has happened. We don't know. But the fact is that the last time a TMC minister was picked up and was taken to Nizam Place in the ED's office, Mamata Banerjee went there and tried to influence the investigation, as has been alleged by opponents of her. So this is a state chief minister which has been alleged that she tries to in fact pose some sort of a hurdle when investigating agencies proceed. If you have nothing to worry about, if you've done no wrong, then what's the problem?
And that was an example of gross misuse of power by the central agency. That was an example that central agency was working under the instruction of their bosses sitting in Delhi. Right after the election, the results were declared, MPs, the ministers were arrested. Right now, you heard BJP spokesperson saying that it's not so easy to arrest a minister, sitting minister. And just now we have given an example that not one, four or five ministers were arrested. So it is easy if central agency wants to take action against certain people, and it is more so easy if these people happen to be non-BJP leaders and if this serves the interest of BJP politically. There are cases, and let me give you example. B.S. Yediyurappa, Karnataka Chief Minister, land mining scam. Ye Reddy brothers of Bellary, mining scam. Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Assam Chief Minister of BJP, water supply scam. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Vyapam scam, Madhya Pradesh. Narayan Rane, the list is very long, but ED, CBI, IT, they don't act against them.
Unfortunately, Priyanka and Tauseef, this is all the time that we have. It's a very short window that we had for this discussion because of that press conference, that last-minute press conference by the Trinamool Congress. Thank you so much.